Um, Better late than never, right? To start YouTube, and we are in for the final push workout of the stable series, I guess. Obviously, brand new to YouTube, so apologies if we are a bit shaky on everything, but it's all good. We start somewhere, right? So obviously, for the last 14 weeks, this place has been an absolute blessing, and I can't, and uh, it's absolutely been brilliant. Without it, I'd be in the back garden in some gravel with a dumbbell and some benches in the rain. So this horse stable has been incredible. And the way that obviously it came about was one of the ladies here, her husband is an not Olympic lifter, but he's like a European champion. He's like legit. So he had boxes, barbells, plates up to 230 kilos. So I was set. So I had the bench. I ordered the bench and dumbbells up to 40 kilos. And yeah, it's been actually incredible. We've got the rubber from the horse flooring down. It's perfect. And obviously, if you follow me on Instagram, you've seen the workouts that I've had here, and I've been able to progress my training so much in this time. I've been able to recover a bicep injury that I've had for a long time. Lockdown has been a real blessing for me. So we're about to jump into the final push workout before we move back to London. Into the apartment gym. I have bought a bunch of barbells. I have bought barbells, plates, squat racks, all to take back to London with me. But obviously, I'm going to be taking 4 days off training with moving. Just going to be doing my cardio, my abs, and rest day calories. And then, yeah, we're going to carry on with training. It probably won't be for that long, probably about a week, and then we'll be able to get into the gym. So, really, really good. Push workout, I'll do a voiceover for this one, and I hope you like it. Yeah, YouTube life. I'm going to try and get out a video a week, so let's go.
All right, everybody, how are we doing? I just want to do a little bit of a walkthrough, nothing really focused on the workout, just a bit of everything, really. So obviously, I started dieting at the beginning of lockdown. I think around April 20th, I started dieting, trying to drop some body fat. Um, Initially, my goal was to get back on stage this year, going in for the PCA London and Manchester. So going to go for those shows, but obviously because of COVID and things like that, me and my coach decided to push it back. And now we're just dieting for a photo shoot, and I've actually got 9 clients doing a photo shoot as well. So I thought, oh, I'll jump in with them because it gives me a bit of a goal, and then we'll get back on stage next year. So that's pretty much the focus right now. And that's it really. Obviously, this is the day before the gyms open. So it's like Christmas Eve. It's going to be an amazing time. Obviously, with different rules, different regulations in place, but it'll still be an incredible experience. So just excited to get back into the gym, into a cardio routine. But lockdown has proven how you can really get incredible results being at home. Luckily, I had this incredible setup, so I was in a very good position, and I was able to progress with my training and recover injuries, and I think just learn a lot about. No, I'm not going to say learn a lot about me because I know who I am, but I was able just to really just focus on things that needed focus, if that makes sense, and it would just allow me to crack on with all that sort of stuff. And I'm very lucky now to be online coaching now full time. I wouldn't mind going back to one-to-one coaching. Financially, I don't need to, which is nice. And everyone talks about all finances, but at the end of the day, we all have to earn a living. We all have to pay the bills, and that's it really at the end of the day. So, but anyway, let's do a little bit of this session. So obviously at the beginning you saw kind of like banded shoulder mobility and that banded press. So pretty much I start off every session with that banded shoulder mobility. It's just, I love it. It works really well just to lubricate my shoulders, get some like blood into the shoulder and just get it nice and moving. Because obviously everything we do, the shoulder joint gets involved. And when it comes into that kind of like banded press, normally I'll do a pec fly variation just to kind of like pre-exhaust the chest in a sense. I don't want to go straight into a big heavy lift again. I want to get blood into the chest. I want to get it kind of pumped. I want to get just those muscle fibers activated, and then I will drop into kind of those working sets, those top sets and back off sets. This is actually quite an interesting movement, the dumbbell fly. So obviously with my bicep injury, I couldn't really do much flying work because it put so much pressure. Coming back here, it put loads of pressure into this tendon. The tendon sits in a little slot here and it just put loads of pressure on there. So actually I found out like this kind of high press fly variation really nicely. It's more like a clavicle fly, so like your collarbone fly. It's a bit more like that, and you can almost see that I'm not actually gripping the dumbbells. They're almost just sitting in my palms, and I'm just thinking about driving my elbows across my clavicle, across my collarbone. Honestly, incredible. 45-degree incline setup on the bench works really nicely for me. 30 degrees puts a bit more too much pressure on that bicep tendon, but otherwise I'm almost injury free, which is great. Another incredible exercise is this seated lateral raise. Dig the shoulder blades into the back support so you can't get that swing. So it's purely isolating that side delt right down the side. Nothing too crazy heavy here. You don't have to go heavy on these dumbbell laterals. I think this is like 11 kilos, and you can see there, like the last few reps, a little bit shaky. But all it does is just obviously stops the swinging, stops the traps get involved. You can keep the shoulder blades back and retracted, and you're just pulling through that elbow, shortening in that side delt, which is great exercise. And since I've been doing that, that's probably my go-to side delt exercise. Really simple for triceps. Rope extensions. Personally, I do the rope extensions before I do like a skull crusher because I get a little bit of pain in my elbow. So if I kind of get a tricep warm this way, and then I can go into like a heavier, like a tricep movement, and it works really nicely for me. So I normally kind of do something like this, or a cuff crossover, or something along those lines. And then I'll go into, I go into a dumbbell skull crusher. Yeah. And again, when you come into a skull crusher, sometimes when it comes down, think about doing a bicep curl here. So when it comes down, think about squeezing your bicep and then squeezing at the peak as hard as you can. Just think elbows nice and still and just squeeze the bicep at the base. That's kind of one of my mental key notes I always focus on. And then it's kind of just like, as soon as you feel the stretch and the tension at the bottom, that's when you can drive through. But I think this is going to end up this session right about here, unless I get one more rep in. No, he's going to fail. There you go.
Fast forward, I think the last time was in the stable, which I filmed that workout. Today, change of scenery. Obviously back in London, but I'm actually living with this beautiful girl right here. She's actually being more productive than I am. She's actually working. We won't do like a house tour or anything like that because nothing's done. But today I'm just going to literally just show you a day of eating, maybe some clips of training today. But that's it. Nothing crazy. We're still trying to get settled in and stuff like that. So yeah, training day food, a couple of clips on legs, but nothing too crazy. And that's about it. Nothing special today. Both of us got client check-ins today. So we're just going to crack on with the day. Let's go. Salt, pepper, garlic, and then just Cholula. It's like Cholula red. Frank's red is the other option. It's just literally no calories in it. Super good. First meal going in. Don't fall. Right, guys, we're going in for meal 2, which is going to be don't turn the other on. Which is going to be a pre-workout meal in. So. Oh, go away, Evan. 100 grams of cream of rice, 200 grams of egg whites, 1 whole banana, 20 grams of honey, some salt, and some cinnamon is going to go.
cream of rice, honestly, it's just because it sits really well on my gut. I used to have oats for like 2 years, and just all of a sudden it just messed me up. So I just decided to switch to cream of rice, really good. Bananas in there, and then just some cinnamon on top.
Right, I failed massively at filming that session. Got carried away. Train legs with the setup, which is pretty good setup to be fair, for squatting on the 7th floor with 140 kilos worth of plates. It's pretty fun. It's pretty sketchy, but obviously gym's open this week, so it's all good. Last meal actually is a little bit delayed because I just got carried away with client check-ins. So last meal, we're gonna double up. We're gonna have 2 meals together, and this is gonna see off training day food, I should say. 360 grams of carbs, 200 grams of protein, 60 grams of fat. Let's go into that last meal. Alright everybody, that wraps up a day of eating. First YouTube, so more to come. Mission is obviously every week I will be releasing a video. Anything, everything, whatever. Fitness, health, related. Let's go, YouTube life.